we're back. We're unapologetic. What?
Always throws
You got
me off.
distracted?
I'm like, squirrel.
Yeah. So I've already done some complaining today, quite a bit actually. But this is going to be a fun episode because we are going to ask each other questions that we probably should have screened each other with before. And as I'm looking at my list that ChatGPT gave me, some of them are super inappropriate, and let's just see how this goes.
I'll avoid you. Do we have what's the word?
Banana? A safe
A
word?
safe word.
Banana?
I don't like the color yellow.
That's why it's a good safe word. It's not
We-
something you like.
Hippopotamus.
You really, that's a good thing we're not drinking, because hippopotamus is not going to come out right.
Oh, damn. You know what we should have done, though? If you refuse to answer the question, you have to take a shot.
Well, hell yeah, we didn't play. Well, we don't have nothing good we can do. I didn't know it was truth or dare.
I don't even know what to call this. It's like you're under the microscope. See, I can't even talk now, much less.
Yeah, and you want me to say
drinking.
hippopotamus when I'm stressed?
All right, safe word. We don't know. We're just gonna go with it.
Well, I would have just said shot.
Shot. I need a sign. Everybody.
We need props in general. Props for sure. Okay, are you going to go first?
Sure. You want me to start?
Wait,
easy?
hold on a second. Pull that back out again. Look what we found back here. I'm pretty sure that a
like
little
Dungeons and
person
Dragons?
hid this, but I'm pretty sure it's also supposed to be painted, Mr. Producer Man. What character is this?
Oh,
And is it a good guy or a bad guy? Anyway, we'll put him right there.
little fingers everywhere? All right, you want me to start easy? I'll start easy.
Sure. I don't know
Really
what
simple.
easy is.
It's easy. It's a
Okay.
simple question.
Okay.
Are you a black cat or a golden retriever?
Oh, that's funny you say that. We literally just talked about that last night. See, I would like to say I'm more like a tabby cat, but I know that's not an option. But I'm not quite as dumb as a golden retriever, even though most people think I am. But I'm also not completely a total bitch either. So
I'm gonna be honest.
I know what you're gonna say, and I'm fine with it. If you had to choose, I'm gonna go more golden retriever than black cat.
And I'm totally a black cat.
Oh yeah, there's no like.
Well, I don't think golden retrievers are dumb. They're actually very smart.
Most people assume that they're idiots. Okay, all
No,
right,
they're so
all right.
fluffy
Golden
and
retrievers are
cute.
not as dumb as golden doodles. And yes, I said it. I don't care how
It's a
anybody else
genetic
feels about it.
thing. It's a
Golden
genetic-
doodles are the dumbest, most adorable animals ever. But come on, y'all.
Google it. It's a genetic cross. I saw a video of it the other day.
Have you seen the videos when they have golden retrievers and doodles together, like doing the same things? And the retriever does it, and then the doodle just like falls over itself.
It's damn hypoergenic
And
animals.
poodles are extremely smart. So retrievers are supposed to be they're retrievers, so they can be taught. That does fit under me. But they can be taught, and poodles are good hunting dogs too. Like they're very smart. So why, when you put them together, you have an idiot?
Genetics.
And does that mean that two smart people should not have children?
Oh, we're going down the gene rabbit hole.
I know.
again.
All right, next
All right,
question.
next question.
All right, so you're a black cat. I would have, duh. See, some of my questions are like you giving your opinion on me, and I don't like that.
Oh no.
Yeah, no.
You're not prepared.
Well, I have like 30 questions here, but I don't know how I feel about all of them. Okay,
Just close your eyes and
if
point.
you were a ghost, how would you haunt people?
Moving objects. I want them to fucking lose their mind. I want to move every object that's important to them and move it to somewhere else.
Oh, so you're saying like they can't ever find it?
Yes.
Okay,
Like I'm taking
I like
this little
that.
man and he's being hidden back up out in here, so our producer can never find it again.
Well, now it's on camera, so you can find it.
No, I would totally. That's what I would totally make them think they're going crazy.
Does it depend? Does it matter like who you're haunting?
No,
Okay.
I think
Part B to my question: who are you gonna haunt?
You know who I'm gonna haunt.
Would you haunt your children though?
No, but I've already told them I want to be cremated because I want to be on the mantle and I want to be with them at all times. I don't want to be buried.
Okay, so you know my grandmother was cremated because
Yeah.
she donated her body to
Right. Yeah.
science. Every year at Christmas, there's a creepy headshot picture of my grandmother that gets wrapped up and given to a grandchild, and they have to keep the head, the picture, the picture for the whole year, and then it can go to the next grandchild. And it's like it's been going on for many years now. But the weird thing is, actually, I think it started before she died. I'll be honest with you. Which she was in on that kind of stuff. But
Yeah. Our body was donated to science.
this year I think the cousin that got it left it. But we did Christmas at a cousin's house, so that means that he left it at his brother's house. So I don't know who has the floating head of Nanny.
That's a little.
Oh, my uncle gave us I guess it was like the year after she passed away. He always has given us weird gifts, but it was a long envelope. And in the envelope was like some random things like pictures of us from kids that he had. And he was like, get this out of my house. Also, there was like a little drug baggie of ashes. And he was like, I just wanted everybody to have a little piece of their grandmother. That was weird. That was real weird. And your response was what our response was. Like, we didn't want to be rude, but we were like, what part of her did I get?
I don't want to be divided.
Then he told us that he got the ashes out of his fireplace, but I don't trust him. I don't know where he got those ashes from.
It's so wrong. It's so wrong on so many levels. Oh.
Yeah, and somebody got the floating head and ashes that year. I know. Anyway, Nanny didn't need to haunt because they're haunting for her. Haunting.
All right. If your last text was a title of your sex tape, what would it be?
If my last text to anybody?
Yeah, what was your last text?
My last text
I know what your last text
My last text was to our producer telling him, don't F with me. I'm not in the mood.
So your sex tape would be labeled
don't fuck with me. I'm not in the mood.
MILF Trilogy.
Do MILFs, not drugs. I almost wore that shirt today, by the way.
You have this shirt?
Yeah, do MILFs, not drugs.
Oh.
No, not that one.
You have a shirt that says that. That's just funny. Okay.
Yeah, I do.
You want to?
Would have been appropriate for this episode, I will say that. Come on, Finn. Pull back up. Okay. That's a weird question. I don't like that. What is the most embarrassing thing that has happened that you have kept it as a secret?
Well, why would I tell it now?
I don't know. It's one of the questions.
Fine.
What is the most, okay, whether you've told it or not, what's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you? Because what you probably think is embarrassing is probably not that bad.
Oh, it's bad.
Oh.
Oh, it's bad.
Oh.
It's disgusting.
Ew.
It's so bad.
What is it?
This is so terrible.
Okay, what year was it in?
I mean, I was 2 babies in, so it's not like it's
Okay, all right.
I don't know, 15 years ago.
Okay. You were an adult.
I was an adult.
Okay.
I shit my pants.
How drunk were you?
I was sober in Walmart, and I had a trail behind me.
Oh, God. Why? Why did this happen?
Well, I went inside with the kids, and they took forever to get out of the car, and then I had to put them in the buggy, and I was trying to go straight to the bathroom, and I didn't make it.
Was this a sickness, or was this like little rabbit
No,
pellets?
full-on diarrhea, like a
Okay.
stomach bug.
All right. Okay.
Like,
That's acceptable.
I was
And
trying to
so
go to the
embarrassing.
store to get
but
like
acceptable.
medicine or electrolytes,
Mm-hmm.
and so I just turned around and put the kids back in the car and left and went home.
How did you get out of the store?
Running? No.
And did the kids know?
Yes.
What did they say?
Well, they're so little. I mean, I guess my oldest would have probably maybe been 5. I don't know if she remembers that. But that was probably my most embarrassing moment.
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
I had a patient one time shit on me. I mean, that wasn't embarrassing for me. It was embarrassing for them.
Was this a wax or a laser treatment?
Actually, it was a fat reduction treatment, which made it even stranger. But yeah, she should like a lot like that, and there was a trail. It was an interesting situation.
I bet she never went back. I didn't have to go to. I mean, at least if I went back to Walmart, nobody would remember me. At least I would hope. But then they're probably like, "Look, that's a girl on camera."
I will tell you this, it did smell. So I'm wondering if you had a trail of smell.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, that sucks.
And then it was puddled in my car. So then when I had to go home,
What do you mean it was puddled in your car?
diarrhea. It was stuck in my pants. So then it
Uh,
was in my pants the whole way home. This is so terrible. In my pants the whole way home. So then I had to go home, shower, change my clothes,
And
and
then
then go
clean the
clean my
car.
car.
Why you still didn't feel good?
Yeah. It was a stomach bug.
That's terrible. I would have not left my house.
Okay, that.
Lesson learned.
You cannot tell me at some point in time in everyone's adult life, maybe it hasn't happened for you yet, you will shit your pants.
I'd shit myself whenever I had my
Having
first
children,
or second kid.
having children doesn't count.
It totally counted.
not
It was
count.
like my biggest fear at the time.
That does not count because it happens to everybody.
I look,
And the doctors don't give a shit.
they don't care, but my husband cared.
Here's a question, because you're always talking about this shit. Which of us would survive longer in a zombie apocalypse?
Well, duh, the
And
black
who
cat
would
is.
be the reason why we died?
Well, I definitely, if I don't find a good man, I don't know what camera to look at. I will be the first to die in a zombie apocalypse, and not just because it is literally because I would be frozen to death. I would just freeze, and then they would just eat me.
I would not. You're right. I
No,
probably
you
would live
would-
longer because I grew up in a Mormon family, and if you know
You
Mormons,
probably have a bunker somewhere ready
Yes.
to go,
there's a whole.
and you wouldn't let me in the bunker.
You're supposed to have a year supply of food.
Yeah.
And water.
Yeah, you are the type of person that when we end up in heaven together, you would say, "Oh, I lived for 20 more years in the bunker." I'd be like, "Bitch, why didn't you tell me there was a bunker?" And you'd say, "Because I knew you weren't going to make it to the bunker." Anyway,
You're not
Yeah.
invited to the bunker.
that's an easy question. Of course I'm going
I know,
down
because you talk
first.
about it all the time. So I was like, what are we doing? I don't even know what time. Are you a time in this? I don't know. Go ahead.
Am I what?
Because I don't have its clock. I don't have a clock to time things today.
I don't know what time we started at.
Okay. I'll turn them on. Okay.
Oh, it's my turn again.
All right.
me up.
Whatever you want.
Oh. If you were to get famous, what would you get canceled for? Either past or present. Like, would it be? It could be something that you did in the past that could come back up, or something that you would do after you were famous.
Well, we know I have a pretty foul mouth. I'd probably. That's tough because I have pretty good self control, but it'd probably be saying the wrong thing to the wrong person.
Yeah, I actually don't have an answer to that for myself. Like, I don't know what I would do. I know I would do something pretty easily.
Well,
quickly.
I'd probably get too big headed. You know what I mean? And think I'm untouchable situation and say something that would probably be like,
Yeah, like
piss
somebody
off the
who-
wrong person.
Hides bunkers from their best friend. Yeah, okay, that was kind of a hard question because you can't. It's hard to be specific on it
I would probably definitely say
without
something-
canceling yourself.
Right. I'd probably definitely say something to the wrong person and it come, back to bite me in the ass. For sure.
Okay, your turn again.
If someone had to describe your last hookup as a Yelp review, what would it be?
Wait, if someone had like the hookup,
Yeah.
the actual
Mhm.
person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, that's a good question, and I don't know how to answer that.
Or you could flip it. If you had to leave your last hookup on a Yelp review,
but they know who they are.
do they?
Oh, but I've never. Okay, all right. In my own defense, answering this so hard, I've never given a Yelp review, so I don't know. I don't know
review
how.
period. Just give me
I
a
don't know how
review.
review period would be on the last hookup. It feels as nice as it looks. In every way.
Okay, I'll take that. I mean, I feel like I know who your last hookup was, but you never know. I haven't talked to you in a couple days.
Right. I don't think you do know who my last hookup was.
Okay.
Oh, it's my turn again. This is weird. we need dice that or something we can hand back and forth to each other. All right. All right, this is gonna be about me that I'm gonna let you answer, and I actually really like this question a
Oh
lot.
shit. Okay.
And well, I mean, I don't know if I have an answer for you, but which red flag of mine do I pretend is a personality trait? It's like, what red flag of mine do I justified as being a good thing about myself?
I don't know. Shit. Because I mean, we know your picker situation. Your pickers for the peckers aren't always good,
If the pecker's
but
good, then
you
the
admit
picking's
that.
good.
Leah would like to leave everyone a review from the past 6 months.
Well, that's gonna be a short list. You
uh,
can answer it for yourself if you'd rather. Like, what red flag do you have that you justify as a personality trait? If that's easier.
it would probably. I mean, either way, I feel like your is a red flag is you're too much empathetic, which I think you use a personality trait, and I think it's actually a red flag.
Yeah. Because
That's probably what
it's
I'd
a
say.
it's a I totally agree.
Yeah.
It's an excuse to let someone walk all over me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one.
Totally agree. Some of the reason why I came in pissed off today.
What'd be mine? Tell me.
A red flag that you use as personality trait.
Because you ain't gonna hurt my feelings.
I would say being guarded
Mm, makes sense.
because you see it as obviously like a protection, but really it's keeping you from being able to be yourself.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I kind of would say the same thing about me too. I mean, I just didn't know how to word it. Really, it's like. How do
There you go. I didn't know how to word my Yelp review.
I'm dying today. Sorry, I've been sick all week. If your personality was an adult film category, what would it be?
Oh, this is easy. If my personality was an adult film category,
I don't even.
I
know
would
what
100% be the category that's for women. So, like, whenever you go to like a porn page and it'll say like, all the nasty stuff, and then it'll
Yeah.
have like this little square at the bottom that'll say like, um, it says for women, but it doesn't say for women. It's like ladies like. I would be like book talk.
What?
Okay, have you gone down the book talk rabbit hole? So it's like really, really like it's raunchy, but it's romantically raunchy.
Oh.
It's not just like it's like there's like some fluff in between each pound.
Oh. That's what you'd be.
Yeah. So
You'll be a housewife lay category. Like, what's that would be? Like.
no, because you gotta warm me up. You gotta preheat the oven.
Like every other wife in America.
Well, the housewife porn category is like this desperate, like sex craved woman that just can't get enough. Which I'm not gonna say I haven't been that way
I
before.
think that's me then. I don't watch porn, so I didn't know what categories there were. So I'm like,
I've seen enough of it. No.
besides like girl on girl, girl on boy, boy on boy. I'm like, what else? I don't know what else there is.
I don't know. I don't like.
Trouble?
I'm not good on girl on girl.
Uh,
I don't like girls. It's not my thing.
you gotta. I mean, it's not my thing either, but you have to admit,
Yeah, that's pretty.
a woman's body is a lot more appealing. than a
It
man's
is, but I don't
body.
want to touch it or lick it or taste it or.
Ooh, me neither.
Yeah, see,
Like you even the thought of it.
I don't want to taste my own.
Yeah, no, I know. No, you have to. I'm gonna tell this. I don't know if you remember this, but you remember the time we were at this dude's house?
The half. Wait, no, that
The
wasn't.
random dude. I don't know who he was. We had another guy with us. I don't know if he was your friend or my friend, and we started playing Truth or Dare. Now, given we were in our early 20s, like we were not.
I do remember one circumstance, but I really thought it was somebody different than you, and now I'm trying to remember if it was you.
No, but you remember they're like, y'all need to make out, and we're like, okay, we'll go in the closet and we'll make out, and we went in the closet, but we didn't make out. And we just told them we did, and we started making like noises. Do you
Yeah.
remember
Okay, that
this?
makes more sense. Yeah. There was this one time. I'm going to kind of tell the story that I'm thinking of. There was this one time, and I knew it wasn't you, and I can't tell you who it was, who the girl was. She was somebody I worked with, but the guys were like, "We'll give you $10." By the way, $10 really? $10 to
Can't
kiss
buy a drink
the
anymore.
girl. Yeah, no, to kiss the girl. and we kissed, but it wasn't like a makeout kiss. Like we just kissed.
Yeah.
Anyway, they tore the $10 in half and gave to me. Like, talk about make a fucking fool out of me. And I will never forget immediately thinking, God, I just got got.
Well, it's funny because that was part of my list of questions is what will you do for
For $10?
I was gonna say 100.
Apparently it was for only $5.
That's not even feasible.
What would I do for $100 is subject to the circumstances that I need the $100 for. If I need the $100 for nails, I'm not gonna do very many crazy things. But if I needed to turn my water back on,
It's negotiable.
I have talents.
Just not torn in half.
Right.
Okay. God, I'm dying today.
I don't remember whose turn it is.
Oh, I could keep going. I don't know.
Okay.
What was your most ridiculous breakup excuse? Either one you gave somebody or you received.
Ooh. Oh. Received. I was in middle school. Can I say his name?
I don't know. That's up to you. Do I know it? I'm sure I know it.
I think he would find it funny at this point. His name was Joey Abel.
I don't know that.
He was my cousin's friend. And Joey was a boyfriend. We were like in between 7th and 8th grade, so like very young, obviously. Anyway, he wanted me to do some things that I wasn't into yet. And so then he wanted to break up with me, but he told me that his family was moving to Texas. And so that's why we had to break up. He has never moved to Texas. He's never lived in Texas. Nor did he ever even say, sorry, my bad. No, he was gone. Like, he just ghosted. I got ghosted in middle school before cell phones existed.
But they still had to call the house and
They still had to call
to your mama before they even got to you.
And look, as an adult, I'm like, I don't know if I'm more impressed that he actually came up with a lie and excuse, because we didn't go to the same school. So he could have just not ever talked to me again. I guess because we had my cousin as a mutual friend, and they were close, so he was going to be around.
Supposed to be in Texas. I can tell you. Well, mine was in my 20s. It involved a whole entire fraternity house. It was very.
That sounds like something you should not have been involved in.
God, I was head over heels. His name was Josh, and so I found out later this is how they played their game: as the sweet, almost perfect one. Oh my God, he was so perfect. Just everything about him was perfect. Would entice the women in. There's like 5 of them. I found this later. Like 5 of them in the whole frat that would like entice the women in, and you come to a party, right?
Yeah.
Well, I was actually dating him for probably about 4 months before this happened.
Okay, so you know him.
Yeah, but it was always a very weird. I thought he was gay. Like I was starting to question things. Well, then it turns out what the fraternity would do would get you like drunk basically, but still sober enough to know what the hell's going on. And you'd go home with another frat brother, and then they would call you and break up with you because they're like, "Oh, you're a whore," and you went home with somebody else.
So you were dating Josh. One of Josh's fraternity brothers lured you back to the house,
But nothing happened. But yes,
but still, they lured you back. Okay, so
And when
was this a full plan or was this just Josh's way out?
I don't know because the next day he broke up with my answer machine.
With your answering machine?
Yeah,
Like he left you a message.
he left me a message on my answer
and
machine.
said, "You a hoe."
He said, I don't remember where I was at, but it was basically like, "Yeah, I heard you went home with so and so." I don't even fucking remember her name. And he's like, "I can't be with you anymore."
All right. It was good. It was good. I don't have any like dumb reasons that I broke up with a guy I can think of. I'm sure there's some guys that would say different.
I broke up with somebody that actually fucking moved out of state just to get away from them.
You actually did move out of state?
Yeah.
Joey? Is your name Joey?
I did. Like we dated for like 5 years through high school. Kept breaking up with him. Kept breaking up with him in college, and he wouldn't leave me alone. And I just finally was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna move. And I moved from Georgia to Louisiana.
You know what I just thought
To
about?
go to LSU.
This is a complete and total side note.
What?
But because of you, I had a stalker. A real stalker. Like a for real stalker. Did I ever tell you? You have to know that story.
What was it? The gym guy? Or
His name was Barry.
Wait, was this because of my association in the music industry?
Yes. Yes, he was a personal trainer to someone that most people would know his name.
Let's just say I had to sign a what's it called?
Is it an NDA?
An NDA when this person and I broke up. So
Yeah.
I can't even talk about it. But
Well, I didn't have to sign anything with Barry. And nothing ever happened with Barry except Barry flew his ass to Louisiana. Yeah, and
Barry's the one that told you can't eat sherbet.
that was my diet food back
It's
then.
gonna make you fat. You couldn't eat sherbet.
That was the only thing I ate. It was low in calories. Like at that age, I really thought I can just live on orange sherbet. Anyway, that's beside the point. Barry was in his 30s and I was 19, and he was obsessed. At first, I thought it was cute and it was fun. He was associated with rich celebrities.
High end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was nice to me until he showed up in Louisiana. And then kept calling my mom, and my mom thought it was sweet, and so she kept talking to him. And then after I was married, she gave him my cell phone number, and it was bad. But yeah, Barry was like a real stalker.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
But you know,
Sometimes I do wonder what happened to him, though.
It wouldn't be that hard to find. I mean,
I don't remember his last name.
I mean, the person that I was dating that we're talking about, I mean, he was 13 years older than me. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be equivalent because they were in the same circle.
Mm-hmm.
And Barry being that.
But Barry didn't. Barry had that old man hair, like where he only had hair around the sides and no hair on top.
I feel like they were all kind of like that. That circle.
Also, I met him in the dark. Okay, like it was a dark room. It was a dark room when I met him, and we didn't have social media back then, so you couldn't like. That even makes it even weirder that like he kept up with me. He figured out a way to keep up with me. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
My fault. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up. You got one more question?
Oh yeah, let's do one more. Let's see what I have that's on the
Give me a good kicker.
Okay. All right. If someone offered you $1,000,
Oh God.
this is the perfect question because of where we're sitting and how we're doing it. If someone offered you $1,000 to just sit here and roast me for an hour, what would be your opening line?
Fuck. I would take the $1,000 because I'm jobless right now. So,
I would take the $1,000 too.
what would be my opening line?
It actually really is hard. Sorry.
That is really hard. Because, I don't think on my feet. I have to process shit. I'll think of it tomorrow and I'll text you. But I'll think of a good one.
It would definitely have something to do with my picker.
I don't know. I think I would go with something with the blonde. I think I'd be like,
Oh, with being blonde?
she wants to be blonde, but she's really not.
No, I'm not. No, I'm definitely not. But I have to be blonde because I am blonde, if that makes sense.
Because she's a golden retriever.
Right. I have to be blonde because if I walked around brunette, people would be really confused.
Be like, we're all gathered here today to meet with Leah. And 90% of this audience, she's probably sucked their dick.
That's actually a really good opening line. And it probably would be pretty true.
But that's all I got. That's the best thing I got. Oh, that on the fly because my brain doesn't work on the fly.
That's actually pretty good.
But that's it. You got to learn some shit about us and a little more backstories. I feel like we always go back to middle school for some reason.
No, well, I mean, that dude did screw me over pretty good in middle school.
Damn Texans,
Mm-hmm.
or lack of.
Yeah, I don't know where he ended up. Maybe he lives in Texas now. I don't know.
Whatever she said your name. I don't even fucking remember your name.
Joey Abel.
Joey Abel. DM me, please. I want to know what's happening.
This was fun. It was a little different.
So,
Little
all right,
kooky.
guys. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Like, subscribe, answer some of our questions. I want to hear about people.
I know. So I put that out there yesterday, right before we get off. Because we can't do this live, we have to do pre-recorded. I still would like to be able to incorporate our friends and our followers. So y'all can DM us questions anytime, even if they're ridiculous like our questions, and we will answer them. And then obviously y'all will know whenever we.
You can
put
do
it out.
anonymous. You can totally be
Oh
anonymous.
yeah, it can be
Like,
anonymous.
give me something to put up here, and I'll give you some
Yeah.
relationship advice from a black cat and a golden retriever.
Yeah, everybody likes a golden retriever.
They run from fucking black cats, cross your path, and that's when your life's over.
I've been running from black cats my whole life.
All right, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Peace out.